Yes. That's what that smells like. Smells like, yup. Tasting notes. Uh-huh.
You mean nosing notes?
Or nosing notes, rather. Yeah, I'm even getting the cart before the horse here. Oof. That is
This
so good.
smells like meat. Of the red variety.
Like a nice red meat. Yeah.
Or like a bacon, which isn't... I know pork is the other white meat, but bacon technically is still pork, but it's red. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how they marketed pork in like the 90s? Like
Yeah.
the other white meat?
Yeah.
But bacon isn't white.
Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Josh.
I'm Erin, and we like to talk about bacon.
And whiskey and whatever other stuff is going to come up during this, but we are tasting blind. We have no clue what we're smelling. It was a sample jar drawn at random from a bunch of different sample jars. We're going to smell it, taste it, give it a rating, and we'll find out the price and see if that matches what we experienced with the glass. Do those things line up? Do we feel like the value is there? If the value's not there, we reserve the right to change our rating based on the value, if it's poor or if it's exceptional.
And we can because it's our channel.
Yeah, and then after that, we'll find out what we're drinking, talk about who it's for, if things line up with our experience with this, if we've ever had it before. But the color is absolutely beautiful. It's just a very rich amber. If I saw a beer stein of this, I would say it looks like Dos Equis amber. It's like that color, if you're familiar. Like, it is very rich amber. It smells incredible. It smells like vanilla ice cream in a waffle cone.
But I'm also getting, there's like some meatiness here.
Yeah.
Like a general meatiness in a good way. Like, I don't dislike it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm getting, so that's all I'm saying.
I like the red meat note because I think this would go well with like a steak dinner.
And bacon. Red meat.
Or bacon,
beef
yeah.
and bacon. It smells like beef and bacon.
Yeah. It's almost like you catch a little bit of that if you walk into a kitchen where bacon is cooking and you get that little bit of like a hardwood, like a applewood smoked bacon. And you, like, there was a smoking process that happened to get that flavor into the bacon.
Yes.
But you're getting like this applewood
Yeah.
bacon type of sweet, smoky, savory element. It's not real smoke. You're just smelling.
Bacon.
You're smelling the remnants of this applewood smoke process. But that's kind of in here too.
Yeah. Can we drink this?
It smells great. Let's get it down the hatch.
Okay.
Cheers. Oh.
Whoa, it's more fruity on the palate than I expected.
Yeah. She came to party in a way that I did not expect.
I like this, though. I need another sip to get more thoughts, but initially I like it. Can't say anything else, though.
Yeah. I need another sip too because it didn't do what I thought it was going to do.
That first sip we always say is an acclimation sip, and that second sip is where you can actually taste things because you kind of are more acclimated, hence the acclimation sip, to be able to taste things and know what you're drinking. Okay.
Wow.
I like this. This is like, it was fruitier on the palate than I expected, but not sweet. Like, there's still that underlying, like,
It's more like dried fruits.
meatiness.
On the palate.
Yeah, with like dried dark red fruits. And there's some proof here. I think it's sneaky proof.
Oh, yeah. It's a little bit of a take my breath away.
Ooh, that was lovely.
Okay. I can't sing, but
You were on tune. You were like on the key, in tune.
It hits with a lot of sweetness up front, like borderline, like limited edition-esque type of sweetness. There's like quite a lot of sweetness here, but it's more like dried fruit, so it's tempered. And then that just ramps up into like this beautiful barrel char, aged oak impact. And there's like I call it like a wave of flavor where it approaches down here and then it just ramps up on the back of the palate. And it's like a wave cresting over. And if you were in the ocean, the wave would just bowl you over, but it's just doing that to your taste buds, and your taste buds are in the tunnel and they're just surfing in a tunnel of flavor, and it's just
I like that analogy.
It's nice. It's
a tunnel of flavor.
It's really nice. It's not the most remarkable thing I've ever had. This feels I would say very good, bordering on great.
I would say this is very enjoyable. Like, this is something, the finish is faint but lingering. So a lot of times if something is higher proof, like you can tell like it's hot, the finish stings for a while. This, I can still feel the finish, but it's very soft and very almost comforting, like in a weird, like feels kind of like a weighted blanket as opposed to like peppery. Yeah, I like this a lot. I just find this super enjoyable and tasting lovely. So those things to me at this stage in my life are very important. So I will probably rate this higher for that reason. But I'm going to take another sip to make sure.
Here's what I'll say about this. This is my last thing. I'm going to give this a very strong thumbs up. I thought if I could get to 2 thumbs up or not. There's a reason why I can't. I'll tell you that in just a second. But there's a late finish stickiness here that, like, while the finish isn't super gripping and strong, it is faint and lingering. But there's also just a saturated stickiness in the back of the palate that hangs around. That's really nice. Everything else we said is true as well. The reason this isn't going to get 2 thumbs up is probably the reason a lot of people would give it 2 thumbs up, because it feels so well blended and crafted that I almost want it to have a little bit more personality. And so kind of as an alternative to this is something like, to me, barrel picks, specifically our barrel picks. But before we picked barrels, there was a store we supported here in town, one specific store that really lined up with my palate, and I would buy their picks. Now we do picks, and we go for elements of this, like that super sticky sweetness. I was going to say,
I wouldn't be mad if this was one of our barrel picks.
Yeah.
Like, this is very good.
That really sticky sweetness, but like what I would like is I would like that to be cranked up a little bit more. Like everything here is almost in perfect harmony, and I like a little bit more personality in my pours. This is really good, though. It feels like it could absolutely be a limited edition or a very high-priced shelf product. Yeah. I really like it. Very strong thumbs up. I think this is great whiskey.
I am a very strong thumbs up as well, but I like the harmoniousness of it because it's still powerful while being balanced. And I think you can be powerful and balanced at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think this pour does that well.
It's really good. Okay. $150 wouldn't be uncommon for a bottle like this, even 200. If it's much less than that, I will go 2 thumbs up based on value.
Okay, so what if I told you it was 120?
That feels right. That 100% feels right.
Yeah, I think that's very reasonably priced for what I was drinking. I'm staying thumbs up. I'm not going 2 thumbs up. Well,
yeah, I don't know. Like if it were 80, I would be 2 thumbs up immediately.
This would never be $80.
$100, I would even consider 2 thumbs up pretty strongly. 120, I'm gonna say. You see what we're dealing with here. We're kind of right in between 2 thumbs up and thumbs up based on value. And that's our rating system. But if there were ever a 1.5 thumbs up, this would be that.
And this is just based upon the percentage of what that price is based on our income.
Yeah.
So if it's a smaller percentage for you, this may be a no-brainer. You may be 2 thumbs up. If it's a larger percentage, it may be harder. Like, so these are income dependent, and you're just seeing how we talk about it play out. So you base your decision on what you hear here, but like base it on your income, not ours.
Right. And it, again, like what would I buy for $120? What would I buy over this? The only thing I would buy would be like cool barrel picks, just that have a little bit more personality. That's like,
but that's also a risk because you might hate it.
It is, unless you're a part of a barrel club like ours down in Patreon, and linked in the video description below. But, where I go on, like when we go on barrel picks, we get the bottled version of the barrel that we picked. And I do tastings and let everybody know what to expect in the barrel pick community, in the barrel pick club, so they know exactly what they're getting, what they're purchasing. And I'll take just as much, I'm not trying to talk anybody into it, I'll take just as much pride in talking people out of buying picks if it's not for them, because I don't want you to buy something that we picked just because we picked it. I want you to buy it because you're going to love it.
Yeah.
That's what we do with our barrel picks. They have elements of this, like these special qualities, but I feel like I lean towards pours with more personality, but I'm not going to knock this pour for that.
I like this one.
I do like this a lot. I think it's worth every penny of $120.
I do too. I'm staying thumbs up.
Would prefer to pay less because I always would prefer to pay less, but things cost what they cost. I would buy a bottle of this for sure. I wouldn't even think, after tasting it, if it was on the shelf for $120 and I had the money in my budget, I would just buy the bottle.
Would you like to stop talking and find out what it is?
75. What are we drinking?
Oh, this is a Peerless single barrel.
Okay.
It's a rye.
Wow.
Clover and honey.
That tastes like bourbon.
It's 123 proof. And this is thanks to Dave and Veronica McDowell.
Yeah. So, very interesting.
Yeah.
Peerless does a lot of single barrel releases. Kentucky Peerless Distilling, and they get a lot of flack for their price tags. They're pretty open about the fact that they have positioned themselves in the market in a way based on their price tag, because that's where they want to be positioned in the market. They want to be perceived as a premium brand. The problem with that is you need to deliver a premium product. They deliver a lot of single barrels. This tastes like a masterful blend.
It does. I like it.
And it tastes like a masterful bourbon blend.
Yeah, I didn't pick up rye.
And it's a rye whiskey.
Yeah. They do really good things with ryes, I found. Like, from the very limited knowledge, like my limited experience with Peerless, from what I found is I enjoy their ryes a little bit more than their bourbons.
I agree.
Personally.
Yeah. I do like their ryes better than their bourbons. And it is a Kentucky rye, so it is very sweet forward. I'm drinking it now knowing it's a
Their
rye.
Their ryes are bourbon drinkers' ryes.
I'm drinking it now knowing it's a rye. And if I were blind and I drank this and you said, what would you say if I told you that was a rye whiskey? I would say,
shut your mouth.
You're lying. This is a bourbon.
That's what I would say.
At the very most.
You shut your face.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
You shut your face when you're talking to me.
At the very most, maybe a high rye bourbon, but this is so bourbon drinker friendly.
Yeah, for sure.
If you haven't tried Peerless, I wouldn't recommend just going out and willy-nilly buying whatever. I try to, again, to the point, like I try to find somebody who has a palate that aligns with yours, that picks based on things that you like. And
or ask around in a community. If you're involved in a whiskey community, ours or anyone else's, ask around, see what other people think is a good Peerless pick, because there are several many good ones out there.
We did a Peerless pick. We called it Sweater Weather. It was a rye. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It tasted like truly special whiskey. And I told people, I was like, I wish it were a little bit cheaper, but Peerless is priced what Peerless is priced at.
It is
I told I'd buy this after tasting it. I'd easily suck up $120 and buy this. I wouldn't be buying multiple bottles, but I'd be happy to own one bottle. Yeah. And the thing about single barrels is when they're gone, they're gone. So this is like way more limited than something even like a George T. Stagg or a Pappy Van Winkle or something. Like this one single barrel is the only way you get these flavors.
Hence the word single.
So if I had this bottle, I would be cherishing it. I would just, I'd sip it very sparingly. I'd share it with good friends, good company. That's what whiskey is for. If you're looking for some good whiskey friends to get plugged in with, check out the Patreon, join our Discord tier. That'll get you involved in our online community. Great place. Everybody in there is equally invested in the community. I mean, we got people in Barrel Club tiers and all that stuff in there as well, but at least everybody's in the Discord tier. We're committed to being there. We're committed to helping each other. Kind, positive place where you can, at any level of experience, you can join in and feel at home. And if you want to try some Peerless stuff, maybe let somebody know. And I'm sure there will be somebody that would be happy to talk to you. Maybe you can find somebody near you that can get some samples or some bottle shares or something your way. So check it out.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Be good to each other, and until next time, cheers.
Cheers. I didn't get any clover or honey in this.
No, but I am saving this for dinner tonight. I'm gonna drink this as a little aperitif before
we do have wine.
Before our paschetti. I know.
Oh, okay. While the noodles are cooking.
While the noodles are cooking.
Okay.
It's gonna be my pre-dinner thing.
It's a good noodle
while
cooking
I eat it with a slice of cheese.
Now that's gonna mess things up.
I just remembered that we had Colby Jack cheese in the fridge, and I got really excited.
You are just...
I love cheese.
What's that book? To Enchant a Woman, You May Give Her a Piece of Cheese.
Yeah, it's from the 70s. It's not a book, but there's
the 1700s or the 70s?
The 1970s.
Oh, okay.
The 1900s. When we were the years we were born in the 1900s.
I saw a guy at work the other day. He had a patch on his backpack. It said something along the line. I'm going to butcher it. It was more concise, but it was like, "Leave me alone. I'm from the 1900s."
Oh my gosh.
Or don't rush me. I'm from the 1900s.
Don't rush me, yeah. Well, when I was in school, the girls that I was in school with, a bunch of 18-year-olds, 20-somethings, I would always say well, when I was younger back in the 1900s, and they're like, "Erin, stop it." I was like, "I'll never stop. I won't ever quit."
I won't ever quit you.
The 90s were the best.
I was trying to be sweet. And
You are
just
sweet.
stepped over it.
You are.
So the 90s were pretty good, though.
The 90s were
The 90s were good enough to kind of step on my sweetness for a minute there,
Yeah, but you're still sweet.